I love that you brought up the part about your hair because I was watching your at least it's the very first YouTube video that was on your page. I think it's 11 years ago. And it was the 21st anniversary. And it was your first time ever taking your wig off and just saying, kind of, this is who I am. Can you tell me a little bit about like what that moment meant to you?
Oh, girl, I was so nervous doing that video. I was I was so nervous because my family gets to see me like this all the time, but that was the moment I was like, you know what, forget this. The rest of the world can see what everybody else sees, and it's just fine. Um, but making that video, I think changed everything because after
Mm.
that is when I decided that I was enough to share my story and be exactly who I am. That was the moment that that happened.
Oh goodness. Okay, so can you tell me, and I'm asking you this not to be invasive, but to give language to what keeps other people from telling their story before that moment. What were some of the maybe negative thoughts or voices that kept you from stepping into that moment?
Oh, just growing up, like, I started school with wearing hats without wearing wigs. And the kids would snatch the hats off and make fun of me. And so I grew up like just thinking as a child, no, that's not acceptable. You're too
Yeah.
different. You can't do that. You have to hide it. So all those years of being bullied and getting my wig snatched off, I never wanted to be that person to just be like, "Oh, here I am," like
Yeah.
because prior I was embarrassed, and it took that video to get me out of that embarrassed state for sure.
There's something I've been wrestling with even in my own personal relationship with God. And it what you're saying is resonating with me, and I think it speaks to that. Is I do feel like, especially when we're younger, that there are things that we learn about how we can or cannot show up that we just accept as truth. And if we never challenge that truth, we accept an identity that requires us to pretend. And there comes this moment where you have to go rogue, where you have to say the things that I have accepted as truth, I realize are no longer true to who God says I am. It's not true to who I believe that I am. I believe that I'm beautiful. I believe that I have worth. And if I'm going to step into that belief, I'm going to have to literally resist those previous belief systems. And I feel like the work of doing that it feels harder than it actually is. I wonder if it was like that for you too. Like the voices were loud, the fear was big, and then you kind of do it and like the world's still spinning and like it wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be.